Listener Q&A, answering your questions about music and literature. Welcome back to Harmony's Histories, your go-to channel for exploring the fascinating connections between music and literature. Today, we're diving into a special episode where we answer your burning questions about these two incredible art forms. Whether you're a passionate reader, an aspiring musician, or just someone who loves to explore creativity, this Q&A session is for you. Let's jump right in. Our first question comes from Lisa, who asks, what are the similarities between songwriting and poetry? Great question, Lisa. Both songwriting and poetry share a deep connection in their use of language, rhythm, and emotion. Just like poets, songwriters use imagery and metaphor to convey feelings and tell stories. The structure of a song with its verses and choruses can often mirror the stanzas of a poem. Additionally, both forms rely heavily on the sound of words, whether it's the melody of a song or the cadence of a poem. In essence, both art forms aim to evoke emotion and create a connection with the audience. Next up, we have a question from James, who wonders, how does literature influence music? This is a fascinating topic. Literature has been a rich source of inspiration for musicians throughout history. Many songs draw directly from literary works, whether it's a novel, a poem, or even a play. For example, Bob Dylan's lyrics often reflect themes found in classic literature, while many rock bands have written songs inspired by famous novels. Additionally, the narratives and characters in literature can serve as a backdrop for songwriting, allowing artists to explore complex themes and emotions in their music. So literature doesn't just inspire music, it can transform it. Our third question comes from Sarah, who asks, can music enhance the experience of reading? Absolutely. Sarah, many readers enjoy listening to music while they read, as it can create a more immersive experience. The right music can set the tone for a story, amplify emotions, and even help readers visualize scenes more vividly. Some people prefer instrumental tracks or movie soundtracks, as these can enhance the mood without distracting from the words on the page. It's all about finding the perfect soundtrack that complements the story you're diving into. Now, let's move on to a question from Mark, who wants to know, what are some famous collaborations between musicians and authors? This is a great area to explore. There have been numerous collaborations that beautifully blend music and literature. For instance, the band The Decemberists often incorporates literary references into their songs, and the author Neil Gaiman has collaborated with musicians like Amanda Palmer. Another notable example is the musical adaptation of classic literature, such as Les Miserables or The Phantom of the Opera. These collaborations enrich both art forms and create a unique experience for audiences. Our final question comes from Emily, who asks, how can I get started with writing my own songs or poems? Emily, the best way to start is to simply write. Don't worry about perfection. Focus on expressing your thoughts and feelings. Start by jotting down ideas, phrases, or emotions that inspire you. For songwriting, you might want to think about a melody that captures the essence of what you're trying to express. For poetry, consider experimenting with different forms and styles, from free verse to sonnets. The key is to practice regularly and not be afraid to share your work with others. You never know where your creativity might lead you. Thank you all for your wonderful questions. It's been a pleasure to dive into the connections between music and literature with you today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Harmony's Histories for more engaging content. We love hearing from you, so feel free to leave your comments and questions below for our next Q&A session. Keep exploring the beautiful world of art, and until next time, keep those creative juices flowing.